Welcome back to a new video, guys. Right now I am filling up the milk taxi so that we can go ahead and feed calves. While we're here, this milk taxi holds a whopping 220 liters about. Very nice. All of these measurements can be pre-programmed so that you don't have to move up or down on the scale. This sensor pad is a little bit worn out, so not each button press is accurate, and we actually should be recalibrating it because this is what the measurements actually add up to. 2.5 liters is 1.11 liters. Yeah, for the most part, this is one of the single most handy machines that we have ever invested in, because otherwise we would be moving milk in pails like these. These ones are a bit smaller than normal. They would be 5-gallon pails, but still. Crazy how we have moved on, because that is how we used to feed them. But if you can imagine, feeding almost 100 calves that way would not be fun. So this is an amazing machine. So we're gonna go do a job again that I don't normally do, and that is help bedding up in the corrals. I only do it every once in a while because there's usually somebody else around to help, and I'm usually busy. But now I'm not busy and there's no one else around, so might as well. So the corrals are very muddy. We have probably gotten closer to 2 inches of rain now over the last 4 or 5 days. And as you know, dirt and lots of water makes lots of mud. So that's why we're bedding up these corrals right now. They are really enjoying it. Jan's bringing in another big fat load of bales so that these steers can lay dry. There's always a lot of amazing things that come from having a really good rain, and there's 1 or 2 kind of things that, you know, are not as handy, like downed barley and really muddy corrals. But yeah, so we bed these guys up like this instead of with the bed buster, so that they have a really thick pack to sit on. If we did it with the bed buster, it would just kind of spread it around on top of the mud, and then when the animals are walking on it, they would just sink right through straight down to the mud again. This packs a lot better, and it really prevents them from sinking right through. So these guys are going to be nice and dry in just a few minutes after all of this straw is spread out, and then they're going to be a bunch of happy campers again. They're already really enjoying themselves. All right, I don't know how many days later it is from the footage that you just saw, but doing some yard cleanup. And my dad just came out to saw some trees down, because as much as I like using heavy duty equipment, I am not a chainsaw operator. So he just sawed a couple of these branches off, and this whole tree because now this area is wide enough for me to go through with the skid steer, which we've been here for 2 winters now, and every winter I have to make a gigantic path all the way to the north and to the east to get to everywhere on this place. Now I can just go directly by the house, past the house, to the back, to the corrals. So I'm really excited for this winter, and I know it's only the end of July and I'm already talking about winter, but preemptive prep early on is what results in a successful winter. So this year I'm going to be able to push snow just right past here and all the way out. I don't have to do a whole circle. I can just do a little C and that's it. And I am so unbelievably happy about this. So yeah, we're gonna drag these branches away, or these trees rather, and I'm gonna put them on my big fat garbage pile that I have accumulated over the last little while, because there's been some garbage to clean up. So yeah, really happy about this development. It's very open in this area now, but yeah. So this is how I have it set up. I fed it through a loop here and then put it on one of the forks. That's just the easiest way to make sure that it's not going to come loose. And now we slowly back it up. Traditionally, lots of people use chains instead of a tow strap. I've just heard so many horror stories of chains snapping that I'm just not comfortable with using a chain, so I prefer to use a tow strap. This skid steer actually got stuck last winter in the snow, so we had to use a very redneck approach. We had to, you know, use tow straps, and one of them did snap and it hit the window, and if I had been a chain it would have broken the window of the skid steer. So it's just, in my mind, a lot safer to use a tow strap instead of a chain, so that's why I use it. Okay, so this is what I'm left with. I can't believe I just drove through there with a skid steer. Like, this is totally dramatic, but this is gonna change the way that we do things in the winter exponentially. It's gonna be so much easier to push snow. I can already see it just gliding right through. I'm so excited. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe that 2 trees were making such a big impact on how we pushed snow. But this is great. Like, I'm so super happy and super thankful that my dad just took like 20 minutes to come out here and help me with that. So yeah, now I can get to cleaning this up a little bit, making a nice little fence, putting some goats on grass. Yeah, it just makes things so much easier. We are back in the swather, and it is one-way cutting, at least on this field, because it went so flat. It all went laying flat, like you saw, I guess, in my last video, going southward, so it's all tilting to the south. So I am doing one-way cutting, just straight north. And let me tell you, this stuff has bounced back actually pretty well for what it was at. It was totally flat in most spots where it was laying down, but now it has fluffed up a little bit and it's being shaved off decently well. So we're doing all right, guys. It is okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. So yeah, I got Rookie with me here, and it takes a lot longer to cut like this, but it's a lot better than not being able to cut it at all. So hopefully it continues the way it's going right now, and we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Not much else to say about the matter. Like, that is flat. Look at that. But that reel is picking it up decently well. And you can see back there, it's pretty much totally shaving it off just by cutting the way that we're cutting. So again, it could definitely be worse. So yeah, just hanging out here with the Rookie dog. Got some of my favorite tunes going. And yeah, that's gonna be my Monday afternoon and evening. So I was gonna do a videotaping where I ended up doing the draw, right? But there are so many free apps and you have to pay for all of them, so it ended up being a whole kerfuffle of things. So I did the draw off camera. Please trust me when I say that I put in all of the names and into an app, you know, and I let the app choose, so it would be totally fair and non-biased. Cody James Photography and ACN18, both of you have won, and I will have already contacted you guys about that. So I am really happy and congratulations, and I hope you guys enjoy what you pick out. That looks scary. I guess I'll wait until I get inside. There we go, that's better. So I'm back at the farm. It's very bright in here. Just finished for the evening because I can't keep cutting when the dew is so thick. It'll keep plugging up the machine, so it's just better to stop. Otherwise I would have maybe kept going for a little bit longer, but kind of impossible when there's a constant start, stop, just because of lumps getting on the reel or the header. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Next video will be a little bit more in depth because there's still more downed barley. But yeah, If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and share it with a friend. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.